It's Belinda. Today I have Tessa Marie from the Tessa Marie Show. She is back on to give us some wisdom, some knowledge. We're going to be talking about what makes a good leader. What are the characteristics of a good leader? Thank you for coming on the show today, Tessa Marie.
Oh, you're very welcome, Belinda. Thank you for having me. It is my pleasure to be here today. So, what are we going to be chatting about?
So, I get a lot of emails and people say, I want to get promoted. I want to be a supervisor. I want to be a manager. What do I need to do? So my question to you is, someone who strives for that, what are some characteristics? What are some things that person can do to make themselves be seen as a leader to others?
Okay. So the first thing really is that you have to realize the role that you're already in is not the role that you're actually practicing in that role for your next role. So you already have a position and you're aiming to be a leader. So in the position you're in, actually, you have to begin to show the qualities of a leader. If you're not sure what a leader does, then look it up. Talk to a leader. You have to remember a leader sees the big picture. That's the job of a leader. The leader and a manager, two different people. A leader sees the big picture. A manager manages people. So if you are looking to go from where you are as a manager into the position of a leader, you have to emulate the qualities of a leader. A leader's job is to make sure that the information, they have a picture of how the company is going to be managed, run, what are they aiming, what is the end result of this company. So that what this leader has to do is to take that vision and transfer it to the manager. So if you are a manager and you're aiming to be a leader, you have to be able to take that vision from your leader and transfer that to your team and let your team see the vision of the company, their plans, their goals. You need to showcase that. So that type of attitude, you're beginning to see things from a bigger standpoint. So you almost have to prepare somebody on your team that you're presently managing to be you. And you have to raise your standard by giving that person some work to do. What you take them and you train them to do some of your duties. You delegate without being fearful, because this is not your position anymore. You have plans, a vision, and a vision to get out into the leadership role. So who is going to replace you? You need to cultivate that person, because this is how you will shine, by taking those leadership qualities you're aspiring to emulate. So you become the next leader of your company or organization by teaching, showing the vision you manage, because that person you have chosen is now going to be you. They're going to impact that knowledge to them. So that's the number one thing, is who is going to replace you and how are you training them to be you so you can be recognized.
So, I always think of leaders being cool, calm, got a cool level head. They're calm, usually, they are excitable, but they don't show a lot of emotion. And emotional health is important. And I know that in your pillars of prosperity as it relates to emotional health, how is that important? How does emotional health impact
percent heavy emotional prosperity? She has to stand behind that idea, that vision of this company, and to transfer that, to let the other people at the team and on the team see it. He has to, or she has to have passion, a passion that is come out and say, this is it. When you look at Steve Jobs, when he was on stage, he was a leader. There were hundreds and thousands of people in front of him, and he was giving them a vision that they couldn't see because it wasn't physical, of what the company was going to be like, or what the aim of the company. But he didn't just do it if a lackadaisical attitude. If you come in as a leader and you're lackadaisical, how can you impact? How can you get the passion about what you're talking about to go to these people? So one of the things you have to do as the leader is to show your passion, your emotion, get involved. Our company is over here, and this is where we are. This is where we're going. And I need you to help us take the company there. You too can get the energy. You too will be able to make a profit. You'll be able to get a bonus. If we stay where we are, no bonus. When we raise and we're going for, so the leader has to grab all these managers and almost like carry them on his back. And a leader doesn't walk around with his tie choking him and his and expect result. No, not a good leader. A good leader has fire. They light a fire. They come on the stage and they clap, they jump, and they say, "Here we are," and you know they're there. So that's what I see. I know for sure a leader needs passion.
Okay. And then the last question, I guess, as it relates to a leader, their mental health, their mental toughness. Tell us about the mental health of, or what type of mindset should a leader have to lead a company or organization?
So, mental health is really, really important. It's important for all of us, but more so as a leader. If that leader, your mental health, for example, is your ability to absorb the information and then have the ability to transfer that information, to recall that information, to use it later. So the leader has to have the mental capacity that is always on point. A leader cannot keep his or her mind clogged with things that are not going to make the organization succeed. The leader must know well. That's why the leader has the vision. The leader has to know where the dots, the T's have to be crossed and the I's have to be dotted. The leader has to have mental focus on delivering the information to the other employees. The leader has to make sure that it is understood, train employees to be successful. A leader always wants to have a replacement without fear. If you want to be a leader, you cannot stay in your position forever because then you're not leading properly. Who is going to replace you? Who have you trained? So your mental capabilities must be fine-tuned to the point you know your stuff. You're not afraid to give it away, and you're not afraid to step into the next role boldly. And you train those beneath you to keep. They too, that they have to learn the stuff, understand the stuff, be able to deliver it, be able to speak about it. The mental ability has to be sharp. And a leader has to be fearless because they are seeing the picture first. In most cases, all cases, the leader jumps into the dungeon before the team because the leader has to convince the team the water is not that cold. The sharks are not biting today. Come on, we can do it. Mm-hmm. So the leader's mental capability has to be on point. Determination, focus, persistent, do not give up, don't understand no, keep trying. Henry Ford showed us what was a leader was like. He didn't know how to cast the 8-cylinder engine in one piece, but he told his engineers, that's what I want. Mm. This is my vision for my company, and you're working for me. Let's get it going. And he told them, keep going back. A leader is able to say, continue. I have this vision, and it is clear. We can do it.
Excellent. A lot of people think that leaders are just born, that you just wake up and you're a leader. But it takes a lot of work to be a leader. There are people who say, that's a natural born leader. And even in that, if you are a natural born leader, there's still things that you must do to maintain that. Can you talk about that?
Yes, I can. We are all natural born leaders. We have a choice. Do we want to lead, or we want to be on the top and stay on the top and hug the top, grab the top, and keep it for ourselves? A leader, when we go to university or college, we go there and we come back, and wherever we go to work, they now know we have the ability to learn. and we have the ability to complete a task in a given time. We've proven we can do it in 4 years to get a degree. We've proven we can learn. So when we go to work to become a leader, we have to learn how to become a leader. You might be a natural born leader, but that what people call as a natural born leader is somebody who knows that they want to succeed. Is somebody that is doing the work. And that is what is their purpose. They know what they want to be. They know they desire to be a leader. They know this company is their success. That's what they do. They have seen it. From the day they walked into the door, they were not a born leader. I don't believe that. I think a leader develops themselves. A leader can be encouraged to be a leader, a person with the abilities and the decision making that can help them, the focus, determination, persistent, consistently showing up. A leader shows up early and a leader leaves late. That is a born leader because they're at the bottom of the barrel. They're the first one in. They're the one that looks the part, even when they're not in the part. They're the one that is always available. They might be the busiest person on the team, but they always have room to try. They don't count, it's 10 to 4, I'm out of here. You never hear what you call a born leader say, oh, it's 10 to 4, I have to get home. The born leader will say, I can still do this. It's 10 to 4, I can spend 20 minutes. I can do it. I'll call home. That's what you call a born leader. They already know that. The desire is so, and they'll tell you, I always knew I was going to be here. And when you say, how come? I could taste it. I could taste that. I wanted it so much. I tasted it. And then I put everything I had into making it happen. I studied. I dressed the best I could. I was always clean. I was always early. I left late. I always was available to help. I stood up for others when they were not getting it done properly. I helped them behind the scene. And that's what a born leader is. Those little things they do to make them, at the end of the day, the people who did not see them on the journey, did not observe them on the journey. They just thought they were always there being busy and going on. Wake up one morning and they go, wow, he was really a born leader. No, he wasn't. He decided he was going to be a leader of this organization, and he found out what it was going to take him to be that leader. And he purposely went with a plan to be a leader.
Excellent. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. So y'all heard it here from Tess Marie on what you need to be a leader, how it relates to emotional health and mental toughness, and what you need to do if you are thinking about, I want to go to that next level. I want to, hit that next spot up, because we all should be striving to get better. If that's you, listen to this video, follow Tess Marie. You can find her on Morning Blessings on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays at 8 a.m. live on Instagram, and in the afternoons at 7 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays in the evening, where she's talking about the pillars of prosperity, where each day of the week, she's talking about another pillar on how you can be prosperous in your life. Tess Marie, would you like to add to your pillars of prosperity?
Well, the pillars of prosperity, without them, it's like your 5 fingers. You know fully well, like if I'm going to grasp this glass and I attempt to pick it up with only my 4 fingers, chances are it's going to fall. I need all 5. So there is a reason why we have to grasp with all 5. The 5 pillars are like your 5 fingers. One will not work without the other. So in order to have a fulfilled life and to be that leader or to be that great person you want to be, you need to have mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial prosperity on point. None of them are more important than the other, but as a team, they keep you going and you're heading towards a fulfilled life. So these questions you had today were amazing. I really enjoyed them. And I enjoyed that you brought emotional and then you brought mental. Because many times people believe that emotion is just the anger part.
not.
But it can be channeled both ways. And so is mental. They say, oh, this person is crazy mental. But that's not what it is.
Right.
Your mental ability and your emotional ability drives your success. And you need to remember that.
Thank you again for being on the show. Y'all go follow Tess Marie. You should already be following her. If you're watching this video, you're already following Tess Marie. But tell your friends, subscribe to her videos as well. And guess what? We'll see y'all at the next video.